if you want to understand people with borderline personality disorder more and you are in a relationship with someone that has BPD, that's also what it's called, I think it's really important that you understand this. Okay, so commonly, and I'm speaking for myself, people with BPD don't think that they deserve love. And it's crazy because I thought that I was the only one that had this kind of feeling. And then I spoke to my friends and people that I know that have BPD, and they have experienced the same thing as me. So when you have BPD, you have what's called intense episodic dysphoria, which, yeah, I know, in plain terms means that we have sporadic instability in our moods. And I know what you're thinking. Everyone has mood swings. No, they don't. People have mood swings, but when you have BPD, it's a difference. It's a mood swing, but there is an irritability in moods, right? So, and it's more than the average person. And I think that's hard for people that don't have BPD to understand, because they're like, everyone goes through this. And it's like, I want to scream sometimes and be like, no, you don't, because you have no idea how many times a day I say to myself, I wish I wasn't like this. Like, why is my brain like this? And I've had conversations with people that have felt the exact same way, that have BPD, because what that is you get aggravated when you're in your low periods by things that shouldn't make you aggravated. If I gave some examples of things that have made me so upset to the point that I have actually screamed, cried, and been shaking, like the feeling that I get okay, I'll give an example. So for particular things for me, one, getting ready, packing for places, having to be organized, like a list or something that I have to do, like a really big task, can be so unbelievably overwhelming. And if it goes wrong, if something goes wrong that shouldn't go wrong, or can be something so small, like what we experience is on another level. And it's coined the term, I don't know if TikTok's called this, BPD rage. And I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I lose the ability to function. Like, actually, my brain shuts down when I experience this kind of stress, and my brain shuts down and I can't think of solutions. Like a simple, what is the next step? Say if it's getting ready or packing, and I know that sounds crazy, but my brain shuts down and I don't know what the next step is. And the reason that it's finding it hard to even film right now is because this just happened to me, and it has happened to me so much recently. And I want to do a video on having BPD, being unmedicated, because I'm currently unmedicated. I was on medication for a very long time. But I'm constantly having to manage my own emotions, and it is really hard when you have this BPD rage, because you have to be able to bring it down when you feel rage throughout your entire body. And it sucks because you know that it's irrational. That's what's the annoying thing. So how I'm tying this into how we are in relationships, and why we feel like we don't deserve love, is because when we're like this, we think, how could anyone love us when we're like this? And it's crazy because I go through periods where I'm like, yeah, relatively stable, and I think I'm a nice person, and, I have really good friendships, and I've, done a lot of work to foster family relationships and things like that. But why I think I don't deserve love is, one, because of our unstable self-image, and I consider myself confident, but I do struggle with that because it's part of having BPD, is you question who you are and why people care about you. And it's a constant thing. Like, BPD people, we overthink so hard. And when we're in these low periods, and just in general, I think it really reminds us, like, how can people love us when we're like this? But I know that there's people out there that are going to meet us and understand us. And I think the type of person to be able to date someone that has BPD needs to be extremely calm in their nature. And if they also have a temper and like don't really care to understand what it's like to have BPD, they're just going to see you as someone that's dramatic. And I've had that before. I've had someone like try and understand it, but I've also had people that are just like, you are being so dramatic right now, and it sucks because we know, but we don't want to be like that. And I have the tools and I practice strategies, And I think we need to pat ourselves on the back when we do bring ourselves down and not be so hard on ourselves when it does happen. It's like, okay, this is part of my brain. This isn't me right now, and we will be okay. And I know that everyone out there has someone that they're going to meet that understands them. So yeah, if you're someone that has BPD and you just feel like you've given up on relationships, or you're feeling frustrated by people not getting you, it's okay. Like I feel the exact same way, but there will be someone that understands you, and yeah, we just got to keep pouring love into ourselves.